Anyone who's a parent will tell you that it's hard work, but being a parent of a missing child is hard to imagine. In 2017, hundreds of thousands of kids were reported missing, whether they ran away, were abducted, or simply got lost. Here to talk about the problem and its solutions is Callahan Walsh from the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children, along with Senior Director at Canon USA, Chris Sedlak. Thank you both so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Callahan, starting with you, let's talk about a history of the organization.
Absolutely. The National Center for Missing and Exploited Children was founded by my parents, John and Reve Walsh. Some of your viewers may recognize my father from his show, America's Most Wanted. They founded the organization in 1984 after the abduction and murder of my brother in 1981. They started it in their garage, if you can believe it or not, off just a card table and a landline. And while many other child advocates joined the fight, we've grown to an organization that's helped recover over 250,000 missing children.
And let's talk about the most common reasons that children go missing. I alluded to some of them in my introduction, but give us a little more details.
Absolutely. Kids go missing in all sorts of different ways. Some are lured or groomed from the home. Many are runaways. Some are abducted by rogue relatives or strangers. Every case at the National Center is handled with care. Our case managers work with law enforcement and the families to make sure that we can recover this child as quickly, as safely as possible. And the runaways is a big issue that a lot of people turn away from. They say, oh, these kids left on their own volition. Law enforcement doesn't have the resources to look for them. But we know at the National Center, the 25,000 reported runaways last year, 1 in 7 were likely to become sex trafficking victims. That's why it's so crucial to look for runaways as well.
Right. It's hard to swallow that type of number. And Chris, let's talk about the partnership with Canon and the NCMEC. How did that come together?
So more than 20 years ago, one of our Canon executives, Mr. John Arnos, brought this organization to our attention. And immediately, we felt we could help NCMEC make a difference, and we were on board. So we're so proud of this long-term relationship, and this year especially, we want to help NCMEC drive awareness for missing children. With this new campaign we're launching, we're hoping to reach younger parents and make them aware of the dangers that can lurk on the playground, on the beach. You never know when a child can go missing. To highlight that, we've created a 90-second film called The Hardest Job in the World, and it speaks to those special moments parents share, but it also captures the horrible, horrible feeling of when your child goes missing. And to help parents become more aware of helpful tips and to view that film, you can go to canon.missingkids.org. And to help us make a difference to support NCMEC.
Well, and certainly leveraging social media is a really huge way to get the message out there. This is a really inspiring way to do it for people to really showcase how much their kids mean to them. And so in the last minute or so we have left, Callahan, for parents that are watching, what tips do you have for them to keep their kids safe?
Well, I think one of the most important tips is keep an updated photo of your child. And that's why Canon's such a great partner of ours. They've been doing a great job educating parents to make sure they're taking regular photos of their children. It's the most important tool when it comes to the safe recovery of a child is a photo, an accurate photo of that child. You know, summer's right around the corner. If you're going to an amusement park or a theme park or a sporting event, anywhere there's a large crowd, take a quick picture of your child, what they're wearing, what they look like that day. That could be the key to help recovering that child. God forbid they were to go missing.
Right. Very good point. Of course, there's a lot of resources online. You know, use your community and make sure that you're friends with your neighbors and everybody around you for everybody to look out for each other. So I want to thank you both so much for joining us and for all the information.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you. Stay right where you are. We'll be right back.